So a year ago, actually it's been probably closer to a year and a half that I've been watching this thing. Um, I'm out walking my dog, and I noticed something in the sky that I've never seen before. Now, I'm not even an amateur uh, astronomer, but I've been watching the night sky long enough to know when I see something that I've never seen before in all my life. So there is a celestial body in the sky, and it's unmistakable because it's inside the solar system, and it's obvious. It's about the size, well, it's actually larger than the size of any planet that I've seen in my lifetime. So I take a good long look at it, and I wonder to myself, what is this thing? And you know, the really strange thing about this is that it's huge in the sky, and it's like flashing. It's flashing different colors, and the most noticeable color that it's flashing is red. So I watched it for a couple nights. I thought, whatever. And I watched it, and it didn't go away. And so after a few nights, I noticed it's, moving in some kind of orbit. And I started pointing it out to people in the neighborhood. And most people don't care. They really don't care to know what it is. But I remember telling them, this is different. I've never seen anything like this. So I go to the NASA sites and the astronomy, sites, and I'm looking around, and as you can guess, I don't find any information on it. It's like being ignored. How do you ignore something so big in the sky? And before too long, I start to see something posted about a person named Leonid Elenin. I'm thinking, really? Leonid? Which is the constellation that this thing was first viewed from, was the constellation Leo, which I find significant, as in like the Lion of Judah, maybe. And so I don't think anything of it, and there's a debate whether it's an asteroid or it's a comet or it's, a piece of debris or, whatever. And then the speculation starts. Then the weirdos start coming out, and the debunkers, and there's suddenly this argument. And I've watched over time how this thing has just built into almost this kind of hysteria that I'm seeing on YouTube and Facebook and things of the like, and I've even heard people bringing it up on certain radio programs, and it's almost laughable. It's almost laughable because I've heard everything from, oh, this comet's so small that you can't see it with the naked eye, and even when it comes closest to the Earth, you're still not going to be able to see it. And I hear things that it's 4 times the size of Jupiter, and this kind of stuff. And I've done the research. I've looked at the arguments. I've looked at both sides. I've looked at 50 different perspectives. And I say, let it be what it is. All I know is that I have seen with my own eyes something in the night sky that unsettles me. And even to this day, I can wake up in the morning and just before dawn, I can see this planetary body getting closer to the sun. I am not mistaken. So NASA can say whatever they want, and the freaks can say whatever they want. I've done this forensics, and I've come to my conclusion, and I'm praying that other people can come to their own conclusion without going off the deep end. Because, honestly, whether this thing turns the world upside down or not is beside the point. If it comes and October passes and nothing happens, it doesn't change a thing. You still have to deal with the tyranny that's being unleashed on the public. You're still going to have to deal with that. You're still going to have to deal with the famine. You're still going to have to deal with being evicted from your home. You're still going to have to deal with nothing on the shelves. You're still going to have to deal with having currency that won't buy anything. So if this is the harbinger, I pray you're right with Elohim. I pray we all are right with Elohim, because there's going to be a lot of devastation. And so now I'm dealing with all this cover-up and all this misinformation, and all I can argue is I've seen what I've seen with my own eyes. It's very near, and the air is charged with it. There are too many evidences for me to ignore. And the elites and the Kabbalists, they've known about this thing for a very long time. The Holy Scriptures, the Hopi Indian prophecy, the I Ching, Mayan calendar, all of these things point to that evidence. So you can ignore it, you can debunk it, you can talk about it, you can go crazy with it. So what? Whether it comes or not, whether the earth is changed by it or not, you still have to deal with the hand you've been given. And your cards are losing. So I pray for Israel. I pray for the people of Israel. I pray for the land of Israel. May Elohim bring us together speedily, even in our days, according to his will and to his word. So let these fascists, let these so-called elites go hide in their caves. It will do little good, because every mountain will be laid low and every valley raised. As with the slave, so with the master. As with the debtor, so with the lender. As for you, O Israel, remain still and know that I am Yahuwah.